Alright, today we have an absolutely fantastic update to our lossless scaling uh, frame generation software. I think it does other stuff, but I use it for frame gen. And sorry, I'm a little maxed out over here, as you can see, because I am recording, and I am pushing the bounds of what Flight Sim 2020, mind you, can do, because 24 sucks poop and farts, and we all know it. It's going to take forever to get good. But this update allows you to implement a render scaling sort of type situation. I'm going to try to explain it, and then I'll pull up the developer's words on it. But essentially, what I believe it does is instead of just taking what's on your screen and, rendering a couple of them to frame gen, if that makes sense, they're downscaling that screen grab that they're taking for the frame gen and then upscaling it again when it hits your dumb eyeballs. Your dumb eyeballs take it in. So it's less taxing on the old system over here, which again is much higher usage than usual because I'm recording. And 30 is really 60 if you know the channel, you know what's up. And I ain't even finna have to tell you all that, you know what I'm saying? But, so, if so, fact so, what does that mean? It downscales and then upscale, who cares, budget Flight Sim? This is going to allow you to absolutely crank your settings, dude. Like, just take them up and up and up. And I've done that. Let me show you what I'm rocking with right now. Mind you, we're sitting here with a 40, I wish, a 3060 Ti, which is a great card, but I shouldn't be able to do what I'm about to show you. 4K, I do this all the time, so sorry if you're bored. Balanced on the DLSS, I swap in and out. Quality balanced, and then performance when I'm in like the Phoenix or the 777. I usually have this at 100, and all of these are usually low, but I've got everything, mostly everything to ultra. I have this off because in my Nvidia blah 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 it's on. Anyway, look at all these ultra high settings we got going on, dude. Absolutely unheard of. And if you know me and my lossless scaling journey, I'm a big texture resolution on medium guy to give overhead for the frame gen to work. But now, since I'm using the new update, I have this on high, so the cockpit textures are to die for. They're so good, let me tell you. But let me pull up what it actually does so I don't sound like an idiot. Resolution scale allows input frames to be processed at a reduced resolution while generating output is at the original resolution. For example, 1440p, blah, blah, blah. Say you're in 1440, and to generate that frame gen, it's going to take in a 720p input frame and then spit it back out at 1440. So it's processing something in 720. So yeah, it's completely making it have so much more room to where you can just crank it. Crank up your settings. And I've been cranking it all night. I've got all my settings up. Buildings Ultra? Me? Okay. New dis. Or, new me, who dis? I can't remember the dumb thing. But, I'm still figuring it out. It's definitely, I'm trying to put it through somewhat of a stress test here. And as always, you'll have to lower your DLSS depending on the plane, stuff like that. But this is groundbreaking. Let's go ahead and take this off autopilot. Let's do a barrel roll because we can, and we have the new updated lossless scaling. And I am absolutely smitten, if you can't tell. I'm being real goofy, real excited. Every time lossless scaling updates, it's a tremendous feat of engineering. I don't know how this works, but it does. Now, you will get some effects in lossless scaling, okay? You're gonna have to give. It can't always be take. But for me and my card to be playing in 4K, I'm happy. It really doesn't bother me that much. I know some people hate it, but dude, for the most part, you're sitting here, you're looking around, you're in the cockpit. This is the main part here. When I'm looking around, it doesn't do it. That's all I care about. If I go outside and I pan fast and it does it a little bit, grow up. Get a life. I'm in 4K, we're recording in 1440. I'm frame genning, and we're freaking crushing it with high texture, whatever it is. The thing I said I never have up. So I'm enjoying this, man. I'm taking it in, man. We're having a good time. I'm pumped. I'm excited. I want to pass the savings on to you. And let me see if I can replicate this. Because when you come in for approach, you know, as you pick up the airport and the scenery, you're going to get, you know, more schmutz on your system. So it's going to, you know, normally it would lag, frames would drop. But what I've noticed with this whole setup now is you get a little bit of the visual distortions that you get outside, but in the cockpit, but very minor. So I would rather that than low frames, lags, all that stuff. So I'm trying to get close to the ground. You can kind of see it. Just stare straight ahead. The trees will kind of ghost a little bit in certain areas, not all, but you can kind of see it. So that's what I've experienced. Granted, this isn't an airport, but just as it's loading everything in, that's the trade-off you're getting. And I'm more than happy with that trade-off. So, lossless scaling, $7 on the Steam store, last I checked. And you get great frame gen. And yeah, dude, just look at the sim. I've got everything cranked. Like I said, I've been cranking it all night, brother. Sorry to be crass on my jokes tonight, but I'm feeling like a ham. Feeling very ornery and in a good mood. So you can kind of see it giving me those little distortions now that we're close to the ground. But again, it's nothing compared to lost frames. So go download the update if you haven't already. I am somebody who built this PC just for Flight Sim, so I never opened Steam, but I did see the update. And somebody could have already talked about all this, and I don't know. But I'm talking to you about it now. So go try it out. You're going to love it. Bye.